Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today's video is going to be a little different because I'm not going to be focusing on eyeshadow. Crazy, right? Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some things that I purchased from Huda Beauty. I was very excited because I got an email. They sent me an email saying that this bad boy was back in stock. This is the Cherry Blossom Cake Easy Bake setting powder. This thing is always out of stock. It's so hyped. People say great things about this, and I got the email that it was back in stock, and I was like, oh, that's funny, because I was also looking to buy that new K.L.E fragrance, which, by the way, I do really like. Not what I was expecting, but I do really like it. So I was like, okay, let me get the Easy Bake powder, let me get the K.L.E fragrance, and let me also get the concealer. I've been wanting to try this concealer for quite some time, but I don't go through concealer super fast. I've had the same Lancôme concealer since 2021. Are you even supposed to use it for that long? I don't know. But I've had the same concealer for a very, very long time. So it is starting to run low. So I was like, I'm gonna finally try this Huda concealer. So I got it. We're gonna be talking about that today. And then on a separate occasion, I went to Ulta and I grabbed a few other things. I grabbed this primer from E.L.F. I grabbed these lip products from NYX. And I grabbed this lovely highlighter from Colourpop. On my eyes, I am wearing a couple of Huda palettes. I'll tell you about those in a sec. I guess let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, so we're starting with the eyeshadow done already because for once, the purpose of this video is not the eyeshadow, you know? Like, that's not the main focus. Who am I, right? So I do just want to show you what I used. So I did use some Huda palettes. I combined the Rose Quartz palette, which is one of my absolute favorites, just of all of my palettes. I love this palette so much. Look at those shimmers. I'll tell you which shades I used, but I combined Rose Quartz with the new Nude, which is also gorgeous, but kind of a little less exciting, just because the formula isn't as like crazy. But so I started with this Cherished shade, this light pink. That's what it's called, right? Cherished? Yeah. So I started with Cherished, and then I started to deepen up the outer corner with Love Bite, which is kind of like a purpley shade. And then I think I used another shade from this. I used Lace. It's like this lavender sort of color. I just kind of gently blended things out with that. I really didn't take a ton of it, but you can, I don't know. I used it. So I thought I would mention it. Then I went in with shimmers from this palette because the shimmers in this palette are insane. I took Empowered, which is this very deep purple, put it on the outer corner of the lid, the outer part of the lid. And then I took Love Stone, which is this like sticky shade. I know everybody hates those sticky shades in these Huda palettes, but I don't hate them. I put it down on my lid kind of like as a base. I mean, I could have just left that shade because it's very sparkly. Then I went over it with, nope, Cosmic Love, which is that beautiful sparkly kind of purpley shade that you see all over my lid. And then I took just a tiny bit of Moon Magic, which is like a blue to pink shifting shade. And I kind of, not even with my finger, with the brush, kind of like tapped it on the center. I don't know if that had any impact on anything, but I did do it, so I thought I would mention it. Okay, so the first new to me product that I wanted to try in the video, I think this is actually a new product to the world, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Power Grip Primer from E.L.F. with Niacinamide. I don't know why I wanted to say it with that accent. Niacinamide. I'm not gonna take too much of this. This is my second time using this product. I did end up using it yesterday. I used it to prime my makeup yesterday. I wore a little bit of makeup to work. Actually, maybe a little bit is an understatement because I unintentionally kind of overdid it and I didn't really like the way that my face makeup looked. Oh God, and then my eyes were creasing like crazy. I don't know. My lips too. It was a mess. The whole thing was a mess. I just washed it off as soon as I got home. But I'm just gonna kind of do the top of my face today with like foundation and stuff. I'm supposed to leave this to sit for 30 seconds, I think, to, I guess, kind of dry down a tiny bit. So before we start putting on the foundation, the other products that I'm going to be using today, I went to Ulta with my niece, and I wasn't planning on buying anything. Like, I don't have a ton of money right now, and I'm trying so hard to kill off my credit card debt because like interest rates are insane. So I'm trying to like not have all that credit card debt, and I'm doing a really good job. But I did go to Ulta with my niece. We were mostly there to check out fragrances and stuff, but I went over to look at the Colourpop stuff, and this bad boy was there. This is Monster. Now, I'd seen this on, you know, the YouTube. I don't remember who was talking about it, but it showed up in somebody's video or other, and I just thought that it was so beautiful. It's a Supershock highlighter, and if I could get it open, it's just this beautiful like pinky highlighter. I don't know how, oh, you can see it. It's doing the little shifty thing, but I'm really excited to use that. Everything that I'm using in this video is like pink highlighter, very aesthetic, pink palettes. Even the primer is pink. Oh, I bought this at Ulta as well. So what happened was I wasn't planning on buying anything, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this because it's gorgeous. I swatched the tester and I thought it was amazing. And then I was like, ooh, let me see the NYX stuff. So I have these same products in different shades. I have this one in black, and then I have this one in, I think, purple, red, and like a hot pink. But I wanted to get them in nudes. I wanted to try them as nudes because I've been wanting to have more nudes that I can use for looks. I think this one looks pretty similar to, I mean, they both, in terms of the packaging, look very similar, but I tried this one yesterday. It's a bit lighter than my actual lip color. Like, I was looking at these with my niece and I was like, I need something that's kind of pink, right? A lot of nudes are very brown, but my lips are very pink. I'm gonna try this one today. I like the longevity of these. I used my black one the other day, went to a party, there was alcohol on my, getting on my lips and things. I had some greasy food. I tried to avoid getting it all over my lips, of course, but you know, sometimes you just can't prevent that, right? But even with the greasy food, it didn't ruin the makeup. So I do like that formula. I just want to see what it's like in a neutral. So I'm going to use how I've been doing things. I'm going to use both of my Lancôme foundations, and I'm just going to do one pump of each of them. And then I'm gonna see how that goes. I'm trying to be conservative here because I'm just trying to do like the top of my face above my facial hair, not trying to bring it down low. Okay, so foundation is done. Now, I don't know where I like put anything for this video. I'm so disorganized. This was the video that I was gonna film on Saturday night, but couldn't because my neighbors were being loud, which like I don't blame them, but it was rough. I was super bummed that I was not able to post my Sunday video. I don't know if this is going to be maybe light on me. We'll see. But this is the Huda, what's it actually called? Oh, the Faux Filter Luminous Matte. Luminous Matte Concealer. Vanilla Swirl is the shade that I'm using. And we're just gonna see. I wanted to try this concealer for a while now. I'll put that down there. Because I heard that it was good. And this one has like pinky undertones, so sorry, I don't wanna like put my, the applicator is kind of freaking me out a tiny bit. I'm gonna like put it there. Maybe I'll tap some here. I don't want to go too ham where there's beard because I'm not trying to like, I don't know. I just don't want to go down over my beard. I don't want to have that like whole thing going on. Does that make sense to you? I'm just gonna I always like to just kind of highlight here a little bit though. Just a little. Okay. I don't know. I don't think this is actually doing a lot to highlight, which isn't a bad thing. It's just like kind of close to my actual eye. I mean, skin color. It's very close to my actual skin color, which is not a bad thing at all. I'm wondering, should I not even put any eyeshadow under my eyes? I feel like this eyeshadow as it is looks really nice. Okay, maybe it's a tiny bit lighter. I'm gonna blend it in the forehead and then we'll see if it's... Am I overexposed? I feel a little overexposed. What do we think? Does it look good? I think it looks pretty good. Hold on. I didn't get it all the way up under my eye here. So my main thing that I'm hoping for with this concealer, the main reason that I'm hoping that this is going to be a little bit better than the Lancôme concealer for my under eyes. Ooh, it's a little bunched up here. Ooh, caked. Is because I have fine lines under my eyes. And I'm hoping that this is supposed to be like kind of hydrating, right? I'm hoping that this will kind of not settle into those fine lines and be a little more like fluid and I don't know though. I think that's just my fate. I'm just gonna have things settling in my fine lines because I'm getting older. Don't you dig this eyeshadow? I think it's so beautiful. What do I want to do next? Do I want to put a little bit of eyeshadow underneath? No, screw that. I'm going to pop on some blush. I'm going to use this palette, the Surrender palette from Unearthly. I'm going to use this middle shade. I got to go in gently though because it's a really pigmented shade. Okay, the blush is on. Isn't this just the most beautiful, gorgeous pink blush? Don't I look so like flushed? I've been just so obsessed with this palette, this Surrender palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. It's a glowy blush palette. Gorgeous. This was from the Valentine's Day mystery box. I don't know if they're going to make it available outside of that, but if you were wondering, that's where it's from. We're going to do the highlighter next. Oh, by the way, the reason I did that off camera is because, again, not the point of the video. But this is the point of the video. Just swirling it in there, you know? So I wore this one yesterday and it is really beautiful. It's like not as blinding as like the Kaleidos. Wow. As like the Kaleidos highlighters. But that's not a bad thing at all. It's almost like more just like natural. Like there's the matte side and there's the, well, I guess not completely matte because I do have a glowy blush on, but there's that and there's, so without and with. Look how beautiful that is. It's just this gorgeous, like magenta, pinky. I love it. So there is a somewhat similar product from Kaleidos that I have already in my collection, but that one is actually a multi-chrome. I can't remember if it's gifted or what's the other one called? I don't remember. I can't remember which one it is, but one of the multi-chrome highlighters from, oh, I should have put some on my nose just a little bit. From Kaleidos. Also has like that nice bright pink, like magenta thing going on. But it's a multi-chrome and it shifts to other colors. And it's also a little bit more like PC, like you can see little bits of sparkle. I think that these Super Shocks are smoother and look a little bit more like, oh, just like sweaty cheeks or whatever. Okay, so that stuff is done. I just realized that I probably should have done this before, but let's use the setting powder that I'm like super excited to use. I guess it adds to the suspense, right? Like we've been sitting here waiting for me to use it. If I could ever figure out how to open this box. Don't know why that was so difficult. What the hell? Okay, here it is. This stuff is always out of stock. Look, it's pink. Like everything else in this video. But this stuff is always out of stock. I got an email from Huda saying that it was back. I don't actually own any powder puffs, so I'm gonna use a brush. No idea how that's gonna go. I'm actually gonna use one of these brushes from Odin's Eye. I think I'm gonna maybe use the bigger one. I don't know if this is gonna work. I've never used a loose setting powder, and I've definitely never used a loose setting powder with a brush. This is really nice though. I'm super excited for this. But anyway, this is such like a hype product. Oh, it smells good. It's kind of getting everywhere though. Wow, this smells really good. It's getting everywhere. Oh my god. I'm like actually dying, oh my god. Okay, how do we feel about this? Did I go a little bit too hard? Maybe. Oh god, it's getting everywhere. Maybe this is why you should... Maybe this is why it's good to use a puff instead of a brush. Maybe this is why it's good to use a puff instead of a brush. You know? Maybe it stays on the puff a little bit better. You know? You know? It's literally getting everywhere. So part of the reason that I think I hated my look yesterday was because I think I used too much setting powder. Did I do that again? Tell me why I used so much. Mostly because that's kind of what got on the brush. Oh, it's like kind of hard to see the effect that this is having. I feel like it did kind of make my skin look lighter. Okay. I think it looks cool. But is it worth the hype? Like, what the hell? I know Babs Beauty always raves about the, what are they called? Easy Bake, right? The Easy Bake setting powders from Huda. They're like her holy grail product, so I've been wanting to try it for so long. I don't know what to think. Is it killer? Do I look good? Let me put some frickin' lip product on. I keep looking at myself and I'm like, oh, I look so gross. My lips look so pale. Let me just do this. So I'm gonna... These smell so freaking good. These, what are they actually called? Lingerie? Lip lingerie, right? Kill me. This lip lingerie that I just put directly on my nose. Oh, good. It's all going so well. Either way, these smell absolutely delicious. My lips are kind of dry. I hope this goes on nice. Not using a lip liner. I just want to eat this stuff. It smells so good. It smells like cake. It smells just like cake. It's so incredible. Oops. I think I went. Oh no, I think it's okay. And it's such a smooth, delightful formula. Uh-oh. I think it is, just like I said about the other one, I think it's a little light on me. Yeah, that's a little light on me. I think with a lip liner it would be better. What was that I just did? I was like... I'm just gonna pop a little bit more blush on while I talk, just like here. But yesterday I used the other one, the other lip product, and if you've seen these, so like one side is a liquid lipstick and the other side is a gloss, and they stay on really nicely. Like that's the whole selling point, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to amp this up a little because now with the other stuff on, I kind of faded a little. Ooh, is that too much? What do we think? But that one, I feel like, I mean, my lips are kind of dry right now. So when I first put that one on yesterday, first thing I noticed was it feels a little bit thinner than this nude one feels a little bit thinner than the more colorful ones that I use, unless maybe I just wasn't layering it the way that I normally would, because sometimes I go ham and I like really put like a lot on. So it kind of like skipped over some of the deep set, dry, like wrinkly bits in my lips. Like I could show you a picture. I did take a picture later in the day because I felt like it was starting to, I had dabbed a little bit of it off at one point. I don't know, it just was doing kind of weird things that I wasn't expecting, and that the other ones in that same formula, I'm talking about the dual-sided ones still, that those ones didn't do. This is not doing that. This is a much creamier product, and it really like coated my lips really beautifully. It doesn't look like it's settling into any dry spots or anything. It's drying down really nicely, actually. It feels very comfortable. So far, I'm quite pleased. I'm gonna have to try that other one again. This is another one of those brushes that I haven't tried yet from Odin's Eye. I wanna pop a little bit of shimmer on the inner corner. I'm gonna start with Lovestone. Just gonna take a tiny bit with this little brush. I'm just gonna brush it on as like a starter. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just starting with that. Although I could just use that, but I'm gonna go a little nuts and I'm gonna use some of Moon Magic, which is super bright and vibrant, and I'm just gonna tap on a little. That's pretty nuts. That's why I like to use that sticky shade as a primer for these shimmers. Okay, just patting the bottom out a little so that it doesn't look so stark, like it doesn't just come to a stop. Do I want to put anything else underneath? I don't know, I think it's fine just the way that it is. I think that's beautiful. Now that everything has kind of been on for a couple of minutes, I'm kind of, ooh, my skin feels really nice there. Like where I put the powder and the concealer, everything feels very like smooth and soft. Ooh, that's interesting. It's not tacky at all. Oh gosh, I still have a little bit of a spot here from when I got the lipstick there. Goodness gracious. I think that this is beautiful. I think that this is really nice. I guess I'll give you first impressions on everything now, right? You want to know my thoughts? First impressions on this primer. I don't understand primers. I have to be completely honest. I had a Rare Beauty primer, didn't know what it did. I have this now, still kind of don't know what it does. It feels tacky when you first put it on, and it does feel like it's gonna grab things and kind of keep it on. I haven't tried it enough to know for sure how I feel about it, but my first impression is it's not bad. Let's move on to the concealer. My first impression for the concealer is, I mean, it is beautiful. It's really, really nice. I don't feel like it's cakey at all. I don't feel like it's accentuating my fine lines. Do I like it better than my Lancôme? I don't know. I'm gonna have to play with it some more, but like looking in the mirror at a really weird angle. I think this is actually really nice. I think that it's very kind to the fine lines. I mean, you can see them. I can see them. I don't know if you can see them on camera. But yeah, I mean, it's really not dramatizing them at all. It's not settling in. It's not causing any issues there. I'm gonna have to play with this more because so far I'm really enjoying it. The highlighter, I love. I think it's so beautiful. But I mean, I kind of knew that. I tried it yesterday and I thought it was gorgeous. It does have just like this soft sheen with the pink. So like I said, it's not crazy intense like the Kaleidos highlighters, but it's beautiful. I really don't mind that kind of more natural sort of sheen. Then when it comes to the setting powder, honest to God, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. It smells good. Gets everywhere. But I'm gonna have to probably experiment with it a lot more. I mean, I'm very smooth here. I wonder if maybe that's the reason that the fine lines are not so bad. I don't know. I don't know. I have to experiment with it more, but first impressions so far, it's really nice. Look at my forehead. Like, you see my forehead? Oh, you know what I just realized? That if you've ever noticed this right here, always looks, I have like a line there. I have like a crease. It always looks so bad. Like no matter how much makeup I put there, no matter what I do, today, it doesn't. Is that the concealer? Is that the powder? Who the hell knows? But I mean, it looks good, right? I don't even see it. I mean, I kind of see it when I look close, but I don't even see it. I think that the combination of the concealer and the powder is beautiful. My skin looks and feels really smooth. There's no like transfer, like I'm touching very gently because I don't want to mess it up. Like I'm touching. I might have gotten a tiny bit of transfer over here, unless that's actually just powder from when I was doing this, but it looks really beautiful. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Then when it comes to this, very impressed. I think that this is beautiful. I'm loving it. It's very comfortable, and maybe it's not as light as I was thinking it was. I think that when I first put it on, I was like, oh, it looks kind of light. I don't know, when everything's said and done, it looks good. I like it. I think it looks beautiful. So, first impression on this one, love it. But I kind of figured I would. I really do like this formula. In regards to this bad boy, I know I didn't wear it today, but I did wear it yesterday. I'm gonna have to play with this one some more. I'm gonna have to try to hydrate my lips a little bit better before I put it on, try some different things. I don't know, it just, maybe layer it on a little bit more, but it didn't do for me what the other ones do. This product is really good. I could rave about this product because it really does stay on. Like, this stayed on so well. I even used an oil makeup cleanser like a couple times over and couldn't really get it off completely last night. Maybe that's not like the best thing ever, but it's a testament to how good it is. It really lasts. I don't know what the hell happened yesterday. I'm gonna have to play with it some more. This one's killing it. This one's beautiful. Okay, so I guess that's it. Done with this. I feel so like weird and frantic right now. I've had a weird day. I don't know, a lot of things. But anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed. I hope that I wasn't too all over the place. I hope that you got something out of this. I don't know. These were just first impressions, right? But I mean, pretty good first impressions. Honestly, glowing review so far for the concealer, the setting powder, the lip product, the highlighter. I'm happy with the way that I look. I think I look really good. And of course I love the eyeshadow palettes. If you don't have rose quartz, you need to get it because it's amazing. But anyway, I hope that I will see you guys again on Sunday. Hopefully I can film a Sunday video. It's so quiet right now. Like, why couldn't it have been this quiet on Saturday? I know why it wasn't this quiet on Saturday, but don't I look delicious? Whatever, ignore me. Hopefully I'll be seeing you again on Sunday. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. I really could use some more followers. This channel has been kind of stuck lately. Don't know what that's about. But yeah. I hope that you guys have a great week. And like I said, I will be seeing you on Sunday. Peace.